go through and we have a written marketing plan of what we do. It's very important that I put it in writing so you can see exactly what we do. It's not just lip service.
Explaining the marketing plan is crucial to the presentation because they realize how we differ from other agents.
So you're really clear on the market, what's going on, the absorption rate, the time frame that you guys are in. It's going to be really important that we have it in really great condition and it's priced accordingly to get it sold in the next 4 weeks. So online presence right now is very critical on what we do. The internet is so key in real estate. Everybody likes to look at pictures, everybody likes to look at houses, whether they're buying or selling or not. What we know is that 80% of the buyers in today's market start on the internet. So having great presence on the internet is very key. Again, getting back to the internet and how purposeful we are there in that. You know, going from syndication of one site to another site, we got to have great pictures and great clarity. Now we're doing video. Video is so key in replacing the virtual tours. Virtual tour is kind of a picture that was manipulated. Sometimes it looked good, sometimes it looked a little weird, and sometimes people would get to a property and go, well, that room looks way smaller than what it looked like online. So we're finding out that video is really a key way to get people tuned in the property, and it also shows up a lot faster on searches. So you will push your property to a lot of top side of searches when people are looking. And then we create a property profile book about your home. And what that is it's a book that's going to tell all about the home, the area, the amenities, and all that. I'm going to ask you 10 favorite things about your home and what's important to you about it. I mean, I know the bedrooms and baths and the layout of the home, the square footage and that, but what is it that you enjoyed about it? You know, what is it about being in a one-story on that lot, in that cul-de-sac? You know, anything you can tell me, a south breeze, a family of foxes that run by the back fence, I don't know. But if there's something, fireworks you can see off in the hill country, whatever it might be, that we can share with the next buyer. Because half of selling a home absolutely is the square footage and the price per foot and all the bedrooms and baths, but half of it's the emotional side. And so I call that book kind of my psychological warfare. If I can get the buyer to stay in your home for another minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just flipping through that, getting a little bit more information, or they maybe can start positioning where they might put their furniture, we've got a better chance of them making an offer. Lastly, I've got a stager that'll come through the home. That'll be the next thing that'll happen. She'll come through it, she'll create a report room by room. And what we find is that people really enjoy having kind of a checklist to work off of and getting the house ready. Sometimes it can kind of feel a little overwhelming. However, she's been a great resource for us. She's a third party that we have come in and do that, and I think you'll find her very valuable. Her name's Amanda. So. And then going on the market, it's really important that we get feedback on the property. So Tracy, part of what she does is every single showing, she's going to call 3 times and email 3 times on every showing to get feedback. We've got to get feedback. We've got to know what people liked or didn't like about your property. And we're not going to sugarcoat anything. If they liked it, you're going to know about it. If they didn't like it, you're going to know about it. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's the marketing plan that we have to get your home sold. So let me just share you a little bit about what else we can do to get your home sold. So these are some of the websites we're on. Like I said, we're on over 350. There's too many out there to really list them all here. But the main thing is that you can see that we're on the major sites, and that the exposure on those is very critical. When people search, you'll find that you'll find our properties on those. So pricing the house is very critical. And this is a chart from the National Association of Realtors just kind of showing you the length on the market versus the final sale price. What we know is that the longer the home's on the market, typically the price is adjusted, and then even the offers that come in are much lower. We have to fight to get the value up.
I take the time to explain the importance of pricing the home right by showing the statistics NAR has released. It shows the sellers how crucial it is to price it right from the beginning.
And some of the factors, that really don't affect the value, honestly, is what you paid, what you need, what you want, what a neighbor says, another agent, the cost to build. It doesn't matter. It all comes down to what is a buyer willing to pay in today's market, period. I have a lot of clients that, everybody believes their house is worth more, including myself, than what the market is. But the reality is we have to find what is a buyer willing to pay today. This is a chart from the National Association of Realtors showing the first 4 weeks on the market. And as you can see, it's pretty critical that by the second week we really peak on showings. Because right now there's a group of buyers waiting for your property to come on the market. And as soon as it hits the market, they're going to come see it. And maybe that's the local buyers, and maybe we've got some relocation buyers that fly in to see it. And by the second week, we really peak. In third week, it starts slowing down. By the fourth week, we're way slower than where we started. And then it's just kind of the onesie-twosie showings from there on out. So really having a great condition, pricing it correctly to the market to get an offer in these first 2 weeks, and definitely by the fourth week is very critical. With your time frame, I think you're on board with that. However, I think it's important that you see what the National Association of Realtors shows you on your value of the buyers that are coming through your home. And from there, kind of where buyers come from. And we've already talked about the internet, but and this number keeps growing every year. 43% of the buyers come from the internet. So when they see your home, they call their agent and they say, hey, I just found my home. Because what we know is that, and you'll find in San Diego, and you guys already have some searches set up probably that's kind of notifying you of different areas. But when we set our buyers up on searches, they know instantly that when we know. Technology today is incredible. And of course, they're searching and they're waiting for your property to hit the market. And when it hits, they're calling their agent. 33% of the buyers come from the agents themselves, where they see the property, hit their hot list, they call up their buyer and say, hey, I just viewed this property, it's the right one, let's go see it. Believe it or not, 9% still come from signs. So drive-bys are very important. And we do have somebody here in the office 7 days a week answering the phone. So we got Stacy on the weekends that's here Saturday and Sundays. So we have somebody that's answering the phones. Even if we do get a voicemail about your property, I get emailed the voicemail so I can call them right back, because call capture is very important in what we do, and we'll be able to get people into your home. This is a list of getting your house ready. It's just kind of a checklist to go over. It'd be great for you guys to look over it before Amanda comes to view your home. It just allows you to just kind of get an idea of what she's going to be talking about a little bit. You guys probably watch a lot of, well, maybe not, but often people watch HGTV and they're familiar with what people the before and afters, and it does work. I mean, what we know is statistically, we're going to get 30 to 40% more showings with a staged home versus an unstaged home. The pictures show better, the videos show better. It's a proven fact. So it's something I definitely highly encourage you to listen to her and take her advice. We've got some myths in the real estate that we'd just like to share. One is working with a team versus an individual. And I trust that you've heard from me as to how we work and what we do with a team versus an individual. I mean, do you think that working with an individual, you get the same service as working with us?
I think you get more service with you.
Absolutely. Right answer. Thank you. Okay, awesome.
Rachel speaks very highly of working with your team.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Should you select a realtor on price? I think I've shown you that price is important. We can absolutely, with our marketing, get you the highest market value for your home. But sometimes we do have agents that will come in and price a home high to get the listing. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the seller, but it does help possibly them get some buyers off that sign and those things. So, it's something to consider there in that sense. Discount brokers, are they adequate? I love discount brokers when we are buying. When we have a buyer buying a discount broker listing, because at that point, that agent has already shown your value proposition of going, hey, I'll lower my commission, I'll put it on the MLS, and hopefully it sells. They have no negotiation skills, which is awesome. So when we bring a buyer to that property, we're only negotiating against the seller at that point, and which is awesome, because usually we get a really good deal for our buyers in that sense. You have a friend or a family member that's in real estate, and often we find that sometimes it can be a little difficult with a family member or a friend to really give you the real advice on what it takes to get your home sold. There's times when we're talking about the condition of your home or the staging or the pricing where sometimes you might be uncomfortable. And at any time you're uncomfortable in this discussion and through this process, it's just because we're telling you the truth, period. And that's it. Great. So other than this, is there any other questions you guys might have right now?
Yeah, awesome. Looking good.